Chancellor, it is my privilege to present Steve Cordiner for the honorary degree of Doctor of Technology. Steve was born in and largely brought up in Aberdeen area, where he still lives. However, his mother was a language teacher from the Czech Republic and part of his childhood was spent there. On leaving Peterhead Academy in 1975, he went on to Robert Gordon's, where he studied electronics and computing, graduating with a Higher National Diploma, and entered the oil and gas industry with the ambition of becoming a chartered engineer. This he achieved in 1995 via the Institute of Measurement and Control, of which he was a member. Steve now has almost 40 years' experience in the oil and gas industry and has become a well-recognised entrepreneur, businessman, inventor, professional engineer and consultant in that sector. By the age of 40, Steve was deputy manager at one of the largest gas reception terminals in Europe. Whilst there, he helped create one of the most advanced gas gathering infrastructures and personally developed the first automated control system for odorisation of UK natural gas. During this time, Steve also married, and he and his wife have 2 children. While working at British Gas, he collaborated for more than a decade with Edinburgh Napier University's Professor Bill Buchanan on innovative computer-related projects. That led to the award of a Master of Philosophy in 1997 for Steve's work on the optimisation of turbocompressors. Steve serves as a valuable role model for his fellow alumni, and this was recognised with the Edinburgh Napier Alumnus of the Year Award in 2010. The research which Steve's MPhil drew upon resulted in audited savings for British Gas and drastically reduced their CO2 emissions. This showed Steve's vision and led to a joint research award for the application of expert systems and fuzzy logic to the optimisation of turbocompressors in order to reduce fuel consumption and CO2 emissions. Again, this resulted in a great deal of success and a number of publications. At an early age, Steve spotted the potential for optimisation in the oil and gas industry, especially in saving substantial amounts of CO2 emissions by using advanced computer control methods. He saw it as a business opportunity which could contribute to the growth of the Scottish economy and left British Gas in the mid-1990s to set up as an entrepreneur. He then co-formed Performance Improvements PI Group Limited, and some of his early work in PI was in the North Slope of Alaska in Prudhoe Bay, which is an area of high environmental recognition, and came at a time when the rest of the world did not recognise CO2 emissions as an issue. Steve's vision foresaw the significant impact that the oil and gas industry was having on the environment, and his entrepreneurial spirit meant that he took steps to address that issue. In January 2009, Steve's company was sold to a FTSE 100 company. This also resulted in the creation of many other companies, all based on enhanced methods of optimisation, novel computer control and on emissions reduction. Steve had then planned to retire, but his interest in and commitment to his work in the oil and gas industry has led instead to part-time working of 3 days a week, allowing some time for other pursuits such as hill walking. Steve has been a leading proponent and visionary for optimisation within the oil and gas industry, especially in promoting savings in CO2 emissions before it became a worldwide issue. Chancellor, in recognition of his major contribution to the development of advanced software systems to significantly reduce carbon footprints and in creating a world-leading industrial base in Scotland, I invite you to confer on Steve Cordiner the honorary degree of Doctor of Technology.
Thank you. Well, John stole my wow, so I'll just get straight on to the speech here. Firstly, I would like to thank Napier University for bestowing this accolade on me. I feel very proud and honoured to accept this. I now feel a fully integrated member of the Napier family. I would also like to thank Professor Bill Buchanan for all his support, going as far back as my research into CO2 emission reduction from industrial equipment almost 20 years ago. I'm not sure how many people or institutions would have supported so strongly what appeared to be a rather obscure topic, which we all know has turned out to be a global issue. I would also like to congratulate all those graduating here today. The good news is, after almost 40 years in the oil and gas industry, I can inform you there has never been a greater need for your skills as we face enormous challenges in the energy sector. Whilst we hear about economic tough times, the oil and gas sector is thriving. GDP grew faster in Aberdeen than in any other part of the country due to oil and gas. And this brings even more opportunity for entrepreneurialism, new company startups, and I would sincerely encourage anyone looking for a highly rewarding and exciting career to seriously look at this thriving sector. Finally, a word on energy. Let's not be under any illusion. There is no easy energy and no silver bullet to our potential energy crisis. Whilst renewable energy has an increasing role to play, our dependency on hydrocarbons will continue for some time. And to add to our dilemma, we have the greatest challenge of them all, climate change. Climate change is not spin, it's not scaremongering, it is not rhetoric. It is the single most important thing that can change the way we live. And the attitude, skills, and education of your generation will play a large role in determining our future. Thank you.